So just on the way down to the allotment on this Friday evening, we finally got some good weather, so most of the time it's spent watering actually so far. But this video starts off on a bad note because we've lost quite a lot of veg this week, which you'll see on screen. Obviously we've had a lot of things eaten so far. We had some netting over everything was going well. We had the broccoli in, we had the cabbage in, and you'll see that there was not only one hole but then two holes in the netting. So we're trying to figure out what that is that has eaten the broccoli and the cabbage. Again, I'm thinking it's got to be, well, somebody told me that it could be a rabbit, could be mice, could be rats. We don't know yet. We're going to go down and have a look now if there's anything left in those, because I think after they've eaten everything out of one, they might move on to the next netting, so we don't want to lose any more. Again, I was going to go through today how much veg and what we got planted in, but we've lost a lot this week, especially in the broccoli and cabbage areas. So a lot of watering this week. Again, other things we've got done, there's a lot going on there which we'll get to shortly. A new gate is on, and you'll hear some plastic bottles. That's for something else, recycling. But veg is coming on nicely. Lettuce certainly doing well under the netting. This netting has not been eaten, luckily. Spring onions extremely slowly getting there. More lettuce and some celery in this week. Got some frames still to do here, but you can see finally the beam wall has taken place. We've still got some plants there. We tested the two outside the netting to see if they would be eaten, and they haven't as of yet. But peas and mange too coming along nicely there. It was up here where we've had some issues, so you'll see on screen now the count. So we do have turnips, parsnips and turnips in here. Still some veg to plant there. Obviously you'll also see the mechanism we've put on there, so we can just open these up on hinges. That was something I saw on Instagram. You'll see that they're not all complete. Those two there are not supposed to be there. It's supposed to be the big ones there, but we know, or we don't know, or we didn't know, that we've run out of netting. So I have got some netting you'll see on screen now at home waiting to come down, but that is this week's jobs. In here, what have we got? We've got some leeks in there. We also have some more beans to go on, and I believe we have some more peas in there as well. So potatoes are starting to come through. So these are our new potatoes, my favourite of all. But also up there we do have more potatoes coming through. Again, in here we finally got some corn in. So on the corn count I believe we've got 15. We have got 9, no, I think we have 10 cauliflower in there. We have some broccoli that has survived because these netting hasn't been attacked as of yet, or this netting hasn't been attacked yet. And sprouts here, so currently lower sprouts a little bit too close. I think they're too close, but that's how my dad thought they should be. So let's see, onions again have been attacked. So this is not a net that we designed, but we can see here how the tops of the onions have been eaten off. So we ended up just making sure we'd cover those with some netting that we had on there. Trees are coming along. This was a tree that was on there. Name the tree. That's what we want to know. We've also made some purchases in some rose bushes this week, so climbing roses to go over here. We've also got beetroot in here, so I think we have around about 30 beetroot in there. This is where we need to inspect. So this is where we've had a couple of issues. So those cabbages so far looks okay, but this is where we've had the issues. And as you can see, there's quite a few with the tops bitten off. Unfortunately, that is what is left of the broccoli over here. So it looks like they have been on again last night to eat a little bit more. You can see that there's a lot gone there, but this is the problem. So this was the second piece of netting. That was the first piece of netting. So we put a bit of extra on and they managed to still go through this. So although we invested in all this netting, it hasn't done the job we hoped. The new netting hasn't been attacked, but we do need to get these finished with the netting that I have at home to get them all covered. Again, we had to cover the shallots and the onions there. So it has been a week of a lot of things getting eaten. Broccoli and cabbage has took a hit, but you'll see on screen we've got plenty of things planted so far, and we haven't touched the greenhouse as of yet. We've got a lot of things going in the greenhouse this week, or they have been in the greenhouse, and that's going to be on next week's video. We've got a lot of different vegetables in there, or different varieties of one certain vegetable in there. So everything's starting to come along. We've got a lot of things that we need to get in the ground this week. Comment below, what do you want to see us growing or try to grow this year? We've got a lot of things on that list that you maybe would expect. Is there anything in particular you'd like to see, and do you have any questions on there? And guys, hopefully you're enjoying this content, and if you are, then do make sure you hit that subscribe button. We'll see you next week over there in the greenhouse.